Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Pikmin 2. Last episode, we continued adventuring through the Wistful Wild. We ultimately didn't end up getting to the Cavern of Chaos like I wanted to, so we're going to do that this episode instead. Anyway, over here, we are finishing off the last creeping chrysanthemum, and it ended up eating another white Pikmin, to which, I'm really mad about that. But at least we're going to be getting a lot of more Pikmin from all these creeping chrysanthemums and enemies that we're harvesting. At least we're going to have more than 600, so that's pretty nice. And with 600 Pikmin, I'm feeling pretty comfortable now about going through the last few dungeons of the game. The annoying thing is going to be going in there and getting taking care of those two orange bulborbs. Even under normal circumstances, that's kind of an antsy battle. Right, I guess orange bulborbs, technically, I guess I could recommend using bitter sprays on them in a dire situation, because they are kind of dangerous, but with purple Pikmin, you don't have to worry about them as much. And, due to the way purple and white Pikmin split up and go to different onions, it looks like we're going to have generally a nice balanced amount of new Pikmin in each onion. So that's always a good thing. And now here's the time where I'm just going to swap out my party and think about how to best approach this situation. Probably with reds, just because the only thing we have left to do in the area is just fighting, and there's no more poison or anything left. I honestly don't know why they have two separate poison walls surrounding the Dream Den. Yeah, spoiler, Dream Den is the name of the last dungeon in this area. Now, I guess you just don't know the name of one more dungeon, because I've already told you Cavern of Chaos, so I'll try not to spoil the next one. I'll just tell you right now, it's called Hole of Heroes. Okay, spoiler alert, post. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we are just gonna get these guys back at the onion, and then head over there, finish off the last enemies, and bring back the last couple of treasures. Actually, I have kind of an interesting story to say about one of the treasures we're going to be bringing back over there, probably the last one, is that you can finish this game really at your own pace, obviously because of the infinite number of days, or seemingly infinite, because no one's ever really tried to get to 999 before. I might actually do that one day and then just show you the results. Yeah, right. It could happen, though. I don't know. I've done some pretty stupid and insane things before, like this run of the game that doesn't use any sprays and all these stupid requirements. But right, as I was saying, because this game is really non-linear, you can basically beat the final boss and then not have even gotten the rest of the treasures. So they don't show you the true ending of the game until you have all the treasures. So at the time, I didn't notice that there was a treasure right by the entrance of the final dungeon. So after I beat the final boss, I was kind of wondering, like, wait, how come nothing really happened? I mean, it kind of ended just like any other dungeon. Well, the reason why is because I forgot the one treasure that was just right by the dungeon's entrance. Okay, now this is going to be really dangerous unless we can find a way to lure that withering blowhog away first. Because if we go after the orange bulborbs, just as they are... Oh man, lucky that didn't wake them up. Okay, just come over here. If we just go over the orange bulborbs, the withering blowhog is going to disrupt us, and the orange bulborb will basically destroy us while the withering blowhog disrupts us. So if he would just come a little bit closer, because he's too close to that orange bulborb. Okay, this is perfect. Now we'll just aim carefully and take care of him without too much trouble at all. And now I think we can just work smoothly on this orange bulborbs. They're kind of close together, but I think if we position ourselves just right. We do have to fight him from the side, so it's not the most optimal position, but if we're quick about it, and if we don't get bitten ourselves, I think we can do this. There we go. Just like in the first Pikmin, you can still throw more quickly by tilting the C-stick. It's good for dire situations. I'll stand in place, tilt C-stick, and press A. You can throw a ton of Pikmin at once. Whoa! Awesome! I defeated two... Oh my god, I did so well in this battle. I can't believe how much worse I did against the creeping chrysanthemums. That was kind of embarrassing, actually, for me. Because normally creeping chrysanthemums don't kill a single Pikmin because you're just pounding on them with your purples by throwing them. And you basically just kill them just like you would in Emperor Bullblacks. Funnily enough, I believe that creeping chrysanthemums actually have much more HP than Emperor Bullblacks in this game. Pretty sad. Actually, I'm starting to think, nah, I'm not going to show you guys. Maybe one day I'll show you the Piklopedia, because the Piklopedia does keep track of how many Pikmin die to each enemy, as well as how many how many types of that enemy that you've actually killed. I know that there are some enemies like the iridescent flint beetle and glint beetle that under normal circumstances you would normally never kill, because technically you only flip them over before they flee. But actually, if you really are intent on killing them for whatever reason, I don't know why you would do this instead of just flipping them over like normal. You can use a bitter spray to petrify them, and then I think just pound on them really hard from above with purples while they're petrified, and then you can break them. And up here is the rim around Ember Bullex's arena. There are, of course, no longer little cans with bomb rocks because that feature was removed from the game. And, I don't know, part of this game is actually evoking a little bit of nostalgia from the first for me. And here we have the Seed of Greed. I actually know that that's the name of this. I think it's called the Seed of Greed. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure that Olimar relates it to the President, but I'm not certain. I think he does, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of some kind of Pikmin fanfiction that I read once. Because I did, once. And believe it or not, they're actually all really gory. I don't know why that is. But I suppose that if Pikmin was to be more realistic, they would put more gore into it. I have to admit, I probably would put a little bit more gore into Pikmin. I don't know, like, some people might say, like, well, why would you do that? It's supposed to be a kid-friendly game, but Pikmin does thrive for a certain level of in-universe realism, and I suppose that, really, you've already got enemies with guns. You've already got the one enemy that does already impale Pikmin in the game, and they do technically bleed if you look carefully. Blood just shoots out everywhere when they get impaled, but then strangely, if they're not eaten, they're just fine and they come back to your party without any noticeable signs of damage. But the point is, like, everything is already there. Like, I feel like they shouldn't necessarily have to hold back. I think they could go with a T rating. And because there's actually a surprising amount of just thematically mature themes in the game. But you do have to look pretty closely to find them. So I'm not surprised if some stuff got past the censors, like the pheromones. Obviously, the thing like the marijuana leaf got toned down a little bit for the American edition of the game, but I think that actually, in the UK, it's still called One-Hit KO. Or at least that's what I've been told by, I think, some users, so that's pretty cool, I guess. I think it's a funnier name than Science Project, or whatever it is they call it. Arboreal Frippery, Science Project's the Four-Leaf Clover. Here I go, messing up treasure names. I guess I don't know anything about Pikmin 2. And over here we have the entrance to the Cavern of Chaos. You can pretty much just enter it as soon as you come to the area, just like the Citadel of Spiders. Wait, from all appearances, this is a particularly frightening crevasse. The data is horrifying. Courage is one thing, but recklessness is something else. Perhaps we should turn back. Well, if you still wish to enter, keep your daring in check and just focus on surviving. Wise words from a not very wise ship. And in we go! Cavern of Chaos. This dungeon is deserving of a 4.5 star rating, by my accounts. 4 at best. 4 to 4.5. That accurately sums it up. And it's a long one, at 10 floors. It only has one rest floor, so unlike Subterranean Complex, it is a little bit less easy on you. So it's a pretty long dungeon. And, it presents some of the most daunting situations to date. Already we have a very packed floor. Oh my god, with a bomb rock that is dropped, not even in the complete alcove. Whew, this is a dangerous one, folks. And you can tell that because we got that upgrade from, Subterranean Complex, from now on, all the dungeons are going to be brightly lit like this one. Or at least more brightly lit than they'd be if we hadn't got the upgrade. Like, under normal circumstances, this area would be just as dark as any floor on the standard Subterranean Complex. So, already we have so much crap just condensed. Some electric cords. Obviously, those electric cords are really dangerous, so you just want to take them out using yellows. But bombs, of course, can do the job too. Like so. 3 grinning Dirigibugs side by side. I just got a really unlucky layout with this one. In this circumstance, I think it would be wise to have the captain set off those bomb rocks preemptively with punches. So that worked pretty well. And it actually did a decent amount of... Oh, how did Yellow Pikmin die? Whatever. I guess I had to start somewhere. This is a pretty brutal dungeon. Now we'll just take out these guys one by one. A watery blowhog and a fiery blowhog. For diversity's sake, I suppose. But then again, they excluded their flying counterparts. That's okay though, because there's gonna be a floor in a dungeon a little bit later, where every single blowhog type is encountered. So that takes care of that. And these creamy Dirigibugs are just kind of frustrating because they have so much HP and they keep shaking off enemies. And when they're closely located together, sometimes it can be difficult to go after one, because usually one will be throwing a lit bomb rock while there's an opening on another. So that's kind of a problem. Like so. So you just want to be careful and just back off when you see things getting a little bit dangerous. And actually, it's probably a good idea we're not using purples for this, because the high concentration of bomb racks just makes this... Whoa! Okay, danger situation. Okay, now just you. Never mind, there actually is that other creating Dirigibug. Okay. Now, your turn. It's okay. It's your turn to die. There we go. And, oh, okay. Wow, that just goes to show how much HP those things have. Bomb Rock doesn't even penetrate its defenses very well. And, let's just grab the triggers here. I know the Snaggered Hole had marbles, but I guess they decided that if they shrunk down the model and slightly changed the... Whoa! Okay, that was just evil. Yeah, that Pikmin didn't stand a chance. Curse you, Cupcake, whatever you are, for killing the Pikmin. Sometimes treasures can be responsible for Pikmin deaths, and those are like the most trollish deaths that can happen to you in the game. But I really do like the effect that kind of warps the surrounding environment, like in the reflection of the marble. I always thought that was pretty cool. A pretty cool touch. There's some nice attention to detail in this game. I know sometimes I joke around with like the aesthetics being off, but they really did quite a good job in this game. And I know there are actually two different ways you can view this game graphically. One with the smoother graphics and one with the crisper graphics. I used to like the smoother ones, but I find them too blurry now. So I really like just the crisp graphics. Just let me see everything much more sharply. And with YouTube's quality, you definitely need all the crispness you can get. So we're going to be continuing through the Cavern of Chaos next episode. See you then.